From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte. Thousands of people rallied in Tel Aviv Saturday night as Hamas released a new video of a hostage who's been held by the militant group since October 7th of 2023. In the video, Israeli soldier Liri Albag appears to be speaking while under duress as she expresses anguish over her situation. She also mentions being held for 450 days. Quebec has confirmed 4 new cases of measles in an outbreak that started last month in the province. The Quebec government website lists 15 different locations for possible exposure, 12 of them in the Laurentians region, 2 in Laval, and 1 in Montreal. Parts of Atlantic Canada are under weather warnings this afternoon, and extreme cold warnings are in place over parts of Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and northwestern Ontario, where the temperature is expected to dip as low as -45. A packager of plant-based milk products tied to a deadly listeria outbreak in Canada has filed for creditor protection.
Proposal trustee documents posted online show the company Joricki filed a notice of intention on December 31st with the Office of the Superintendent of Bankruptcy Canada. Now, in the letter to creditors, Joricki said it is not bankrupt, but is evaluating its strategic alternatives. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency previously said a production line at the company's Pickering, Ontario facility was the source of the outbreak. In total, 3 people died and another 20 fell sick. Rob Westgate, The Canadian Press.
6 days of funeral observances are underway for former U.S. President Jimmy Carter. The first was held at the Carter Presidential Center in Atlanta today. Carter's son Chip reflected on growing up under his guidance and commented on the outpouring from the public as the motorcade made its way to the center where Carter did the vast majority of his charitable work.
There was a lot of love on the side of the road. Every overpass had people on it. It was amazing and gave you goosebumps.
Jimmy Carter died on December 29th at the age of 100.
It was the best of times, the worst of crimes.
WestJet has denied compensation to a Taylor Swift fan who drove 10 hours from Prince George, BC to make the singer shows in Vancouver last month after her flight was canceled less than 24 hours before the first concert. Carol Hansen says the Calgary-based airline told her the cancellation for unplanned aircraft maintenance was required for safety purposes. In a written response, WestJet confirms Hansen isn't eligible for compensation under Canada's air passenger protection regulations. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Hockey Canada President and CEO Catherine Henderson says she shares in the disappointment after the country lost out in the quarterfinals at the World Junior Hockey Championships for the second time in 12 months.
Canadians do expect to see our country playing for a medal each and every year, and we all take that expectation very seriously. So in the days to come, there will be time for reflection and discussion on next steps of our program, but we know that we do share disappointment with Canadians.
In the NHL tonight, Toronto takes on Boston, Calgary hosts Nashville, Edmonton is in Seattle, Colorado plays host to Montreal, while Detroit is in Winnipeg. Brett Gallant and Jocelyn Peterman will represent Canada at the World Mixed Doubles Curling Championship in Fredericton in late April after beating Rachel Homan and Brendan Botcher in the final of the Canadian Mixed Doubles Curling Trials in Nova Scotia. From the Canadian Press, I'm Lisa Laporte.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.